Hey folks, this is Fat Guy Flies RC. Coming down the runway is the FMS RAFALE. Just got done doing a range test. This is going to be the second flight ever, but first time flying her with the ordnance on. I'm running a 5200 Ovinic battery off Amazon, the green and black ones for the air. It's got a 50C discharge. It's a 5200 6S. All right, running my high rates, which for me are 90% over 20% expo. I am not using the crow braking. I'm using just high alpha type slowing down. All right. But like I say, first flight ever with the ordnance, second flight period ever. Let me get over here next to my camera lady. Bless her heart for filming. And let's try not to get blinded by the sun. Timer set for 3.5 minutes. Here we go. All right, birds. I'll have to swing out a little bit. All right, there we go. All right. Boy, my heart just a-pounding. But what a good flying plane. I'm wanting to keep her going fast, but boy, she'll slow right down for you, especially with that ordnance on, the tanks on. All right. And she just naturally wants to high alpha on you. She really does, and that's not trim. I mean, that's just what the plane wants to do naturally. All right, let's take her off again. Poor birds.
Time remaining 1 minute. Gear down.
Oh yeah! Oh man! All right, we got one more in her. One more. Oh man! I understand. This is second flight ever. And boy, I understand all the hype now. This is one sweet bird. Here we go. With the Ordinance, she does take a little bit longer to rotate, but that's okay.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah! Wheelie, wheelie! Time expired. Couldn't be more perfect. Man! Well, I gotta tell you, folks. I'm a happy fat guy. All right, let's take a look at our battery, see how much life we've got left, or as GB Linden likes to say, how much juice is in the tank. All right, love the lights. In this video, we're able to see the lights so much more. Now, here's where I've got that 5200. Basically, you see the wood tray? Basically, right on the front of that wood tray, headed back. And that's a 5200 6S Ovonic. Let me get it out and I'll show it to you. And we'll test the voltage. See how much juice is left. I tell you what, I'm absolutely loving this for fall. Second flight, you know, man. And that's with the Ordinance. I don't know, I think she flies better with the Ordinance. But I'm definitely going to have to fly her without again, that's for sure. Battery's a little warm. 29%. Let's just go ahead and check all of our cells. But 29%. Yeah. 29-30% is what you want. That's the Ovonic 5200. I'll put a link. Now, I got these on Amazon. You know, 6S batteries, anything over 5,000, they're a better part of $100 or more. I got two of these for 90 bucks. Ovonic, O-V-O-N-I-C, Air 5200 6S with a 50-50C discharge, which is perfect for this or any of your larger EDFs or any of your large high-wing planes. But, man, very, very pleased. In case this is the first time you've seen me fly this plane, let me show you what my rates were. I flew in my high rates, which are 90% over 20% expo. My mid rates are 75% over 20%, and my low rates are 60% over 20% expo. But I flew that whole thing in not high rates. The only difference is that on high rates, my elevators are 95 and the whole thing, and my rudder is 100. But that's it. No flap settings. I'm not using that crazy mix. This plane, if you're wanting to learn how to high alpha a plane, this one does it by itself, whether you wanted it to or not. When I'm coming in, it starts slowing down. It starts lifting the nose just like that. And I'm like, hey, she wants to high alpha. I'm able to land that thing in half of this runway. You know, you can't ask for a delta wing for wanting a high alpha. She's a high alpha machine. Now I understand the hype. Well, anyways, enough of that. Let me get a nice little shot here for the thumbnail, because everybody likes to have a pretty thumbnail with all the bells and whistles. But this thing here, I'm very happy. That is a good looking plane, good flying plane. It flies as good as it looks. Now do like I did, put a coat of clear coat Minwax on there, the spray or the brush on. Just be careful if you use the brush on. Don't get too much in the hinges, okay? If you do, you'll have to work them manually before you fly, because that Minwax, if you put too much in there, it'll set up and it'll bind your hinge. You want to do a light dusting on the hinges and then put a good coat everywhere else. It doesn't hurt the foam. It does. In fact, all it does is just give a nice clear coat, like a good what would you call it, a sunscreen for your skin, but permanently. And eventually, over a couple of years, it'll wear out and you'll have to put another coat on. But hey, for $11, I think $11, $13 a can, I can do 10 models, and that coat will last a good year or more. It's very much worth it. All right, folks, well, thank you for watching. This is Fat Guy Flies RC. This is the FMS RAFALE. Big shout out to HobbyZone for sending this out to me. If you're interested in buying this right now during August of 23, they're running their summer sale. It's 10% off. I'll put a link to the purchase in this. Now, after August, still use that same link and use the code FGFRC, Fat Guy Flies RC, FGFRC, and you can take $10 off the price. So, hey, helps me, helps you, and you get a great plane. All right, folks, y'all don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and then planes, jets.